Alright, right, I've come outside into the backyard because I've just picked up a parcel that I ordered last week, and it's a original Outbacker stove. When I went to this show last week, I saw these stoves, and I thought it was a good idea. Basically, it's just a stove you can use in a tent, obviously if it's designed to take it, but if not, you can use it outside. Now, when I usually go camping and I'm allowed fires onto campsites, I tend to take like an open fire, you know, where I can put coal on it or I can put timber on it. Now, the problem with open fires is it generates heat, fine, but it also generates a lot of smoke, and it's not nice getting into your clothes, and it's not very nice getting it in your throat and stuff like that. So what I've decided to do was buy this Outback stove. You'll see what it is in a minute anyway when I open it up. I'm just going to open it up and I'll set it up, and then you can have a look again in a minute. Well, as you can see, these legs fold out to the way underneath. It's about 4 to 6 inches off the floor, which is great. You can sit round it. It's got a little door on here with a little piece of glass. You can see the fire going. This is to control the amount of air that flows through it, and obviously there's your lock. Right, all the pipes are inside, so I'll drag them out and I'll set them up. So you can see these here, they're partly stainless steel, so they won't rust. We'll find out as we go along anyway. This one here sits on top. This is a spark arrestor, so in other words the spark won't fly about everywhere and burn everybody else's tarps or whatever the heck they're using, tents or whatever it may be. So, right, let's set it up. Well, as you can see, it's a fair height up there actually. Well, I'm 6 foot. That's another 3 foot higher than me. I think it's about 2.9 metres, I think it goes to. I expected this to be a little bit more sturdy, to be quite honest with you, but then again I suppose if it's going through a tent it'll be supported by the outlet in the tent, but this ain't going in the tent. Anyway, let's see what happens when I put a fire in it and see if the smoke does actually go away, and see what happens. I'll just show you what's inside this stove. Right, as you can see, not much really. Lid comes off when you wanna cook something directly on the fire, like eventually when I figure out how to take it off. There we go. So that's when it's lit, and you can put a pan directly over at top of it. Cook off the flame if you want. It has a ashtray. Cool. Slides under there. Out of the way. As I said before, piece of glass, and good way of controlling the airflow through it. If you notice on the tube, it has no airflow connection like some of the other ones do, where they like have a little thing that turn here. So it's obviously everything's controlled down there. I've just read the instructions, and it says to put some fire lighters in, light them, and then put some kindling on top, which is the usual way to light a fire anyway, whether it's enclosed or not. So I've got myself some kindling, and I'm going to put it on the fire in a minute. can feel the heat up there already. It's only got kindling in it. I think all that steam there is, it's just the paint burning in. It says it needs to be sort of cured, so I'm supposed to have a low heat on it for a couple of burns. We can smell the paint anyway, it's just basically settling in. Knob, cold, fire, warm. Now it's getting slowly hot, so what I think I'll do the general test that most people do anyway. Put a pan of water on and see how long it takes to boil. While we're waiting for the water to boil and the fire to go in a bit more, let's have a look at the bag. Okay, original outrigger it's got on it, which it just makes it theirs, doesn't it really? Quite good, quite thin the bag. It's not very thick, but then again you wouldn't want it thick really, would you? The handles seem to be alright. See, I can't put it away yet, but we've got alright so far. It's got a little part there for the where the chimney comes out of. Small section, it fits perfectly in that end. The zip looks quite sturdy actually, and it's obviously two-way. Well, that's the inside of it anyway. Yeah. Well, it seems alright anyway, but obviously it's designed to take that little stove, so no doubt when it cools down tonight I'll put it all away and I'll put it in its bag. But it's got a thing as well, it's got a strap so you can throw it over your shoulder, and adjustable, or you can zip it up and just carry it like that anywhere. So you've got two choices, and it's got a clip both sides to just keep everything together as well, which is that one as well, and adjustable. One little tip I can give you on this stove is you're really worthwhile wearing some gloves, some fire retardant gloves if no else, because I've not burnt myself, but there's a good chance I can do. The only thing that's cool on this stove is the little knob on the handle and the little knob on the floor vent, the air vent. That's the only thing that you can really touch that you don't need gloves, but it's easy to just catch the sides when you're throwing the timber in, which I've done it a couple of times now, but I've not burnt myself, lucky enough, because it's been a split second. But it's worthwhile probably putting some gloves on. And now it's warm. Now it's warmed up. It's given off quite a bit of heat actually. Wow, it's really hot, that water. It was only bubbling a little bit, and I thought, it's not quite done, but then again, if it's bubbling, obviously it's at its boiling point. But the coffee's really hot, so it's worked. So the conclusion to the very first use of this Outbacker stove, it's compact. I can definitely take it away in the van. But there's quite a bit of heat off it. But obviously I'm surrounded by other things, so no, I'm in the field, it might be different, I don't know. But the thing is though, it's burning the timber okay. The smoke, there's nowhere near, the smoke is nowhere near me. It's gone off through that through the 2.5 metre pipe work. Initially, when you get the stove, it sort of starts to like sort of harden the thing to it, harden the paint to it. I've not tried cooking out on it, but I boiled a pan of water, and it was pretty hot. And I've boiled my little espresso, which took just over 4 minutes, which is alright actually, so it's not too bad. No doubt we can cook on it as well, especially if I remove that top lid bit, get the flames licking around the actual pan, whatever you're cooking on. It's alright actually. The flue itself is a bit wonky. I thought it might have been a bit more, stable. I don't think it'll fall over. But then again, it isn't windy, and again, I'm surrounded by brick. The arrestor, where it catches the sparks and that, I don't see any fat sparks come off. It probably has done, but definitely, if that's the case, it's caught them. So generally, it's not too bad. I mean, the test is going to be when I take it out again and take it into a field and put the timber, like the thing back up and that. I don't think you can use coal on it. I think coal's a bit too hot. But you use seasoned timber, which I am doing, then it should be okay. I mean, I wouldn't mind trying it with some branches and that from a woods, which is a bit damp. See what happens then. I'm assuming it'll still burn, but I don't know how much smoke it'll produce. Producing none at the moment. So hopefully you like my little overview, slight review of the Outback stove, and no doubt I'll see you on another video.